Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hi. I'm SMK, you can always call me Steven. Today, we're going to talk about the new Pokemon that were recently announced in the new trailers. They were kind of mentioned in the most recent Koros we talked about. And by the way, I'm standing. As you can see, we can freely walk around. It's pretty awesome. Anyways, so obviously if you guys want to see the trailers, definitely check the link in the description so you can watch the actual footage, because I don't want to worry about them copyrights because of footage. So we're just going to kind of go on the Pokemon website, talk about all the new Pokemon, and tell you guys the information, and go from there. So if you guys enjoy these types of update videos and stuff, always, flick up the like button, subscribe if you guys are brand new. So the new Pokemon, Morlil, it's a grass fairy. It's very tiny. Has Illuminate and Effect Spore. So I may actually use this for maybe shiny hunting in the future. I don't know. I mean, it's probably going to be really, really frail. Morlil are nocturnal Pokemon that walk around at night on their leg-like roots. They move because staying in one spot and sucking all the nutrients from the soil would cause surrounding plants to wither. Morlil uses its leg-like roots to make contact with its fellows, and communicate with them. Morlil's broadcast spores that glow brightly when they burst open, looking at the plushing light that has a sporific effect. There we go. It seems that it's time in danger. Morlil broadcasts these spores. So it sounds like Morlil needs to just dip. It's got these beautiful little spores right meow, right? He's gonna just do something. I don't know. I don't know really much to think about these Pokemon, to be quite honest. I mean, when I saw it, I thought it was a grass poison type, and then it's fairy type, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. But I don't know. I hope it's got an evolution of some sort, because Morlil kind of seems very frail on its own. But I mean, it's got an interesting backstory. I mean, I don't know what to think much about these Pokemon sometimes. Morlil is probably one of those Pokemon I've heard for Sun and Moon, and I'm like, great, you're probably gonna forget about you. That's kind of how I feel about it. So let's move on to the next one. Alright, this one's a doozy. Alright, this is Paikumuku. Hopefully I'm saying this right. Paikumuku. He's a sea cucumber Pokemon. He's water type. He's a foot tall and 2.6 pounds. And he has innards out as his ability. So, due to their appearance and lifestyles, Paikumuku are considered unappealing to tourists. Part-time work shuckling Paikumuku back into the sea is available to tourist beaches, but no matter how far they're thrown, Paikumuku will always return to the same spot. Once a Paikumuku finds a place it likes, it won't budge from it. It somehow moves it away. Back it comes to the same spot. These things like coming back to the same spot. We get it. If it runs out of food to eat in that spot, it'll stay there and starve. Wait, come on now, you can't do that. The people of the Alola find this so pitiful that they developed a tradition of chucking Paikumuku back into the food-rich sea, whichever they came across. Any thin-bellied Paikumuku. Paikumuku are covered with a slippery oh my god, I don't even know. Vicus? Paikumuku are covered with a slippery vicus, well, hopefully I'm saying that right, fluid that has a moisturizing effect. Paikumuku can stay on land for a week without drying out. The people of Alola use this fluid for skincare products. So Pokemon are now being used for skincare products. This sounds like IRL, like how we use animals for all kinds of stuff. This is weird. Anyways, Paikumuku hates to have their spikes and mouth touch, and if you step on one, it will hurl out its fist-like inner organs to strike at you. So we heard that from the Koro leak the other day. We talked about it. Paikumuku has this new ability, Innards Out, which no other Pokemon has had before. With this Innards Out ability, with this Pokemon faints, it will be able to deal 1 bit of damage to its opponent equal to the amount of HP it had before it received the final blow. So that could be really good for competitive usage, depending on, of course, the situation. But Paikumuku sounds like people don't love him. They're just like, here, chuck you back in the water. Oh, wait, you're going to come back and starve. Because, people are great. But, I mean, again, Paikumuku seems like one of those Pokemon. The same with Morlil. I really hope it has evolution. I would hope it would, because he seems kind of frail. And I would want to see something evolve from him. I want to see a better version of Paikumuku. But, next. So, probably the cutest Pokemon of the new Pokemon for the Alola region, we have Wishy-Washy, solo form. What the hell is that about? Well, I'm about to tell you. He's a small fry Pokemon. He's water type. He's really tiny, as you can see by his height and weight here. He's the ability called Schooling. A single Wishy-Washy is tiny and weak, measuring just 8 inches from nose to tail. Wishy-Washy is very small, even for a Pokemon, yet the people of the Alola region seem to view it as a terrifying Pokemon. No wonder. When it's in danger, Wishy-Washy's glistening eyes can catch the lights and shine out, sending an SOS signal to its allies. Maybe that's useful. Wishy-Washy has a new ability, Schooling, which no Pokemon had previously had before. Wishy-Washy has a new ability, Schooling, which no Pokemon has previously had. They sometimes with this wording, I just mess it up all the time. With Schooling, Wishy-Washy can change form to battle to their school form under certain conditions. Alright. So this is the school form. You see how much he gets, huge and like kind of ugly? So this is Wishy-Washy's school form. As you can see, his height and weight dramatically go up. The seemingly weak Wishy-Washy is called the Demon of the Sea because of its terrifying school form. When Wishy-Washy friends receive an SOS, they unite in a huge battle formation. So basically, Wishy-Washy come together to make an even awesome Pokemon. Like, they come together to make a strong Pokemon, a fierce Pokemon. Wishy-Washy that have encountered many dangerous situations and have a lot of experience calling on their allies, will be able to emit a bright light from their eyes. They can gather allies and transform into an even more powerful Pokemon. Even Gyarados flee from Wishy-Washy's school form. Freaking Gyarados. Like Magikarp goes in that big-ass thing called the Gyarados, and this little bitty thing called Wishy-Washy scares the living crap out of it. Are you kidding me? That's a pretty bold statement. Pokemon, what are you doing? That's pretty bold. There better be some truth. I mean, I saw the Gyarados in the trailer, but I mean, it's pretty bold statement there. Okay, Wishy-Washy have a new ability, Schooling, which no Pokemon has previously had. With Schooling, Wishy-Washy could change form in battle to their school form under certain conditions. So pretty much has the same ability as actually the Wishy-Washy. So it seems like the ability just stays the same regardless of what form he's in. But Wishy-Washy, 10 out of 10. I like it. I like how you take a small fry and he becomes like just a menace, just a pure thing of destruction. I really, really hope his stats are really good when it turns into school form, because then it'd be cool to use Wishy-Washy in a viable form of competitive battling. So only time will tell, my friends. Only time will tell. Alright, so if you didn't know, we have a new Alola forms. We're going to go from my least favorite to my most favorite. Alright, cool. So, Alolan and Meowth. Not to say any of these are bad. Alright, I just generally think Meowth is going to be okay. Because, Meowth still has an evolution, which is Persian. And I don't know if Persian's going to have an evolution. That's going to be, Alola Persian, So, we'll see. Anyways, Alolan Meowth. It's a dark type now. Still has abilities Pick Up and Technician. Meowth is a Pokemon that did not originally live in the Alola region. Okay. They were sent to the royal line as an offering from another region. Sounds like Giovanni did something. And the only select few could have them as partners. The Meowth and the Alola are distinct for their cunning and their great pride. Two things they really hate: a wound to their pride and dirt on their coins. If either one happens, they fly into hysterics. It's said that Meowth that were offered to the royal family lived a life of luxury and pampering, which led them to have a selfish and prideful attitude. This caused Meowth's form to change. The once rare Alolan Meowth became feral when the monarchy was destroyed, and they have now become regular Pokemon, seen as commonly in the Alola region as elsewhere. So obviously, old school Meowth, new school Meowth. So it's going to be interesting to see because, it's a pre-evolution. It still is Persian. So does it lose it? I'm going to go on a whim and say Persian's going to have a dark type form. Or maybe it's dark type / something else. Because I just think it's weird. Like, if you have Meowth. Granted, Meowth's an iconic character. I get it. He's an iconic Pokemon. But, you have this dark type. Then it evolves into a normal type. How the hell does that work? You got to take the dark type and just give Persian something new. Because doesn't that make no sense if they give Persian oh yeah, you go back to being normal Persian even though you were just a dark type. So I really, really hope that Persian does have an evolution. If I'm wrong, well, oh well. But doesn't that make sense to you? It makes sense to me. Obviously Cubone, which we'll talk about in a little bit. All right, hang on. Let's just get to that point, and then I'll make my point. But my point is for Persian and Meowth that Meowth should evolve into an Alolan Persian. It just makes sense. If Meowth evolves into Persian, it's normal type again. That seems a bit weird. It kind of lost its way, and that's dumb. It should just be we should have an Alolan Persian. It makes perfect sense to me. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Alolan Raichu. Oh my god, it's electric psychic. It has the psychic ability. Just kidding, it's typing. So electric psychic. And can we talk about how adorable it is? And the fact of, obviously, if you see the actual trailer, you can see that Alolan Raichu, like, he surfs on his freaking tail. Dude, surfs up, literally. And there's no water. He just does it because he wants to. He literally floats around. He's like, I'm Alolan Raichu. Like, that's literally what he does. So he's ability called Surge Surfer. So as I was talking about, he kind of just surfs on his tail. So this is a good amount of information here. So the Raichu and Alola have two types, electric and psychic. They are able to wield psychic powers. What's more, they can gather their psychic powers in their tails, and they can ride on them to float in the air. So they use this psychic powers to basically float on their tail, which is so cool. Even Pokemon researchers don't know why Raichu's form changed in the Alola region. The people of Alola seemed unconcerned by the question. Their guessed maybe it ate too many sweet and fluffy round pancakes. Like, you would think it would have eaten like some like really sweet like fruit or something. Why the hell pancakes? Why is pancakes the I don't know. Raichu has electric sacs in its cheek, and rubbing them causes a sweet aroma to be released. So apparently rubbing its little yellow cheeks make a nice pretty smell come out. The mechanism behind this is not clear, of course, because no one knows anything about Alolan Raichu. I don't know why. But it's thought to be connected to its psychic power that Alolan Raichu possesses. The Alolan Raichu has a new ability, Surge Surfer, which no other Pokemon has previously had. With a Surge Surfer ability, the Pokemon's speed will be doubled on electric terrain. So electric terrain, that's another move that I feel like is going to come back in this new meta with Gen 7 just because of Alolan Raichu. Dude, I cannot wait to do battles in Gen 7, guys. This game is going to get it's coming together so nicely, and it's just the difference. You have like this very, fierce Pokemon, Raichu, very strong, very prideful heavy. It just looks like a boss, and then you just have this adorable fucking Pokemon. You're just like, what the hell is that? And then it surfs. And before surfing Alolan Raichu or regular, they're gonna just be like, no, bro, surf's up, man. Like, it's regular thing. Like, you can just teach us surf. Like, I really hope so. Because, I mean, if you've had, like, previous Pikachus that have surf, that you can turn to Raichus that have surf, I wonder if, like, having surf is gonna be, like, a normal thing now instead of, like, a special thing. You know what I'm saying? But, dude, it's awesome. It's electric psychic. Huh. So good. All right. Ladies and gentlemen. Alolan Marowak, by far my favorite Alolan Pokemon so far. My favorite Alola form of a variation of a Kanto Pokemon. Unless it's not just exclusively to Kanto, but for right now, out of all the Pokemon we've seen that have Alola forms, holy shit, Marowak's the best. My lord. Anyways, it's Fire Ghost. So remember, Marowak was ground typing. Now it's Fire Ghost. Say what? So we talked about this in the Core leaks the other day, but I'd like to reiterate the fact of, like, the Marowak you fight in Lavender Town, that was kind of like a ghost Marowak, like, what if that's like a low-key, subtle hint of why Alolan Marowak became Fire Ghost? Maybe there's some story behind it. Maybe we'll have some cool lore in Sun and Moon, like, I don't know, dude. I'm so excited. I feel like this is probably the only thing I've made myself super excited for in Sun and Moon because of the fact of, like, I want there to be something, like, cool. I want there to be this hidden lore, this hidden message about why Marowaks are ghost typing because it has to do with something in the Kanto region. Like, it makes total sense. Like, if Alolan Pokemon are only from Kanto, there's gotta be some kind of connection. Anyways, I'm gonna stop, like, fangirling and just freaking the hell out. But yeah, Alolan Marowak, Fire Ghost. He's got Cursed Body and Lightning Rod. Lightning Rod's gonna be really good. So the Marowak in the Alola region take bones and light both ends on fire by rubbing them against their foreheads. So he's just basically like, all right, you're on fire, great. It's pretty cool, honestly. Then they spin the bones around Marowak's rarity and its fearsome appearance when it dances with its bone, lead the people of Alola to dub in a conjure and regard it with fear. There are many grass-type Pokemon, Marowak's natural enemies. Obviously, if it's ground-type, it's natural enemy. Marowak's, in the Alola region. This makes Alola a harsh environment for Cubone and Marowak. As a result, they live in a close union with their partners. I'm so excited right now. I'm sorry, I'm reading like shit. It said that the great care for their partners allowed them to gain something like a sixth sense and resulted in their changed form. So they went from like ground and like we're ditching that shit. Fire Ghost, what's up? The Alolan Marowak proved skilled at an attack in which it waves its bone and releases a ball of flame. The fireballs are not that powerful, but they tirelessly pursue the foe. So again, old school Marowak, awesome. Freaking Alola form Marowak, it's amazing. Like that's how you make that's how you make an old school Pokemon for all the people that just absolutely they absolutely love Gen 1. I can't talk today, like I'm sorry. They absolutely love Generation 1. And then you make him so badass in a Gen 7. It's like 6 generations later. That's how you do it, man. And spoilers, we did some Pokemon Wi-Fi battles, if you're interested. They'll be up probably, within the week or so after this video goes up. But I basically did like a team variation battle where I take the, what we have right now, and I basically took all the Alolan form Pokemon that we currently have now, that have been announced, and I made a team, and I did some battles with some of my viewers. So if you want to see like the the Gen 6 pre-Alola form battles to see if those Pokemon are even viable in a Pokemon battle, definitely check it out. I'll have a link in the description and in the comment section once the video is uploaded. If you're watching this video at a later time, it's not going to be up just yet, but I did a couple theme battles with the whole Alola forms because I'm like super excited for all of these. But yo, what are you guys thinking? Let me know in the comment section down below about all these new forms for all of the new Alolan Pokemon. What do you like about the new Pokemon? I honestly think Wishiwashi is probably my favorite of the new Pokemon, but Marowak and Raichu are pretty solid. Meowth, I'm like 50-50 because I really wanted to evolve. So like I was saying, in the trailer they show regular Cubone. So regular Cubone, he evolves into the new Marowak. So if Cubone itself stays regular typing, like he's regular ground type, then he evolves into the Marowak. Does that mean the Meowth doesn't evolve into Persian? I would hope not. Like I hope that's not true. But like I'm thinking I worded that wrong. Anyways, I want the Meowth because it's dark type. It's already changed its form. It just makes no sense if it changes its form back to normal. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be like dark type Meowth goes into dark type Persian. So obviously we'll find out more information maybe before the games come out. Maybe they're never going to say anything. Or maybe it's just because Meowth is an iconic Pokemon. They're like, we'll just change Meowth's typing, but Persian will just leave the same. I don't know, but I really want to know like the stats of all these new Pokemon because I really want to start just getting myself prepared for all these new Sun and Moon Pokemon battles because we've been doing a lot of Pokemon battles. If you guys don't know, we've been basically doing a bunch of Wi-Fi battles on the channel. If you want to check them out, I'll just, obviously they're on the channel, so you just go look around for them. And I'm just really excited, man. Sun and Moon is looking really, really good. I think the only thing I'm kind of disappointed with is Morlil. I mean, it's just by looking at it, I'm just like, I feel like it needs more, so I hope there is more. But I mean, with all these new Pokemon that we just talked about today, I don't think any of them are bad. It's just, my curiosity is like, are you gonna get better? Is there gonna be a better tomorrow? Are you gonna have an evolution? I need some answers, filled here, people. I need some. I need some questions answered. Sorry, I'm just, my mind's like going like 6 miles per hour now because I'm excited as hell, man. I'm like, I got so much on my mind right now, and I'm too excited. But thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, just click the like button, subscribe if you're brand new, and yo, freaking standing. This is the best thing I've ever done. Having a desk that you can lift up, and then I can just talk and just put all the hand gestures I want. It's the coolest thing ever. But I will see you lovely people next time when it comes to anything Pokemon Sun and Moon. And let me know what your favorite new Pokemon is, or what's your favorite new Alola form, and I'll just see you next time when it comes to anything Pokemon or just Pokemon Sun and Moon. Later.